Welcome to the channel, Cooking with Chef Bouka. Please don't forget, subscribe, share, like, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's get into it. Good morning, evening, good afternoon, anywhere you're at in the world. Blessed love. So we're back at it again, doing what we do best, making it happen, VIP style. So today we decided to say, you know what, let's give you something different, simple. May take a little bit longer to cook, but you need to know this recipe because it's very delicious, very nice. Today we decided we're gonna make potato gratin. You know what I'm saying? Grilled cheese, all of that, all the ingredients. Check my ingredients out. Bless it, check it, at it again. Alright, so this is our ingredients right here. I got a little bit of flour. You can make it without, AP flour. I got shredded grilled cheese. You can add any kind of cheese that you want. That's not one that's like a little bit watery. I got a bit of butter right here. We're gonna use the butter and the flour to make some roux. I got milk right here, regular milk. We're gonna put some in there, melt the butter, make some roux. So as I said, we're gonna flip the ingredients. Right here I got butternut squash and regular potato. We're gonna make it happen. And I got my baking tin right here. You know what I'm saying? Normally this calls for like garlic powder, garlic onion, but I don't like these kind of things. So I decided I'm gonna use a little bit of my VIP green marinade because you got garlic, thyme, you got all the ingredients that you need to go into this to make it flavorful and nice. Alright? So let me show you a little bit when I'm starting the potato. I got my thing right here, slice the thing to slice them. I'm just gonna show you a few little ones right here so you have an idea. Like that, making it kind of small, very small, So see that? There's a cut on it right there. So that's what we're gonna do, cut it up. Same thing for this. This is gonna be a little bit more harder to cut. This more firm, but it will work. See that? Yeah. So we're gonna get into it, set up everything, make it happen, show you guys how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Baking tin. Don't forget to add a little bit of salt and pepper to yours because I'm gonna add some to mine. I got salt right here, my pepper someplace here, but you'll see it in due process. Alright? When we come back, we're gonna get into going over to the stove, starting the roux, and then put everything together. Simple, easy recipe. Take a little bit longer to cook, but it's simply put together. 20 minutes to put together, maybe 45 minutes to cook. Yeah, all right, check me out. So, yeah, all right, over here, we're melting the butter. Normally you want to make sure you melt the butter. Okay. Add the flour. I got like maybe a tablespoon and a half of flour. When you're making the roux, you want to make sure it's like loose, not too thick. Okay? Turn my flame down a bit. Get that to go in. And the flour is just like a thickener to go in there. A lot of people, if you're gluten free, you can, use just milk. You can use heavy cream as well. A little bit thicker, or manufactured cream. It's a little bit thicker than the regular milk or whatever. So waiting for the roux to cook. You want to kind of let it have that kind of golden brown looking, on it. So you know it's cooked through nice. Just like that. Keep, moving them. So you don't want it to stick and burn. My flame's a little bit too high, but it's okay. Alright, so I'm gonna add milk. Mix it in. Okay. I'm doing probably like, let's say a cup of milk to what I'm making right now. But even if you make extra and you got that big container, you can put it in there because it's gonna be more custardy and nice and creamy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's enough milk for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that, flavor marinate with garlic, thyme, onion, Because they really call for like garlic, thyme, onion powder and all of that, but I don't like to use this onion powder and all of that. I like to use the real ingredients in mine. It's much better and better flavor. So you can, if you guys notice it's coming together, it's getting thick. So if you figure it's getting a little bit too thick, you can add a bit more milk to it. Because you don't want it too thick. You know, you want it kind of like perfect consistency. Turn this down low. So you're gonna put half of your cheese in here, and then you're gonna need to put another half on top when it's fully baked to get that kind of golden color on it. Alright? Put a little bit of salt in here too, because you know you gotta make sure you get that flavor. Even though the cheese is kind of a bit salty, make sure you balance your salt. So, a little bit of salt. 2 pinch, but my pinch is different from your pinch. So when you finish, you even can taste this to make sure the salt flavor that you're looking for is in it. Yeah. Alright, so this is on low. I'm gonna add some cheese in it and let it do what it do. And while it's doing that, we're gonna come back over here and start layer the potato, so we don't need to wait on this, you know. Alright, so I think that's half of the cheese. Alright, I think this is enough for the top. And you want to fold it in there because you want all the flavor supposed to be in there. Alright? Yes. Oh, this smells real good. So good. It's so nice. Alright, so we're going to let this do what it do. Then when we bring it over to the counter, we're going to show you consistency of it. But it's getting there. See the cheese is already start melting? That's what we're looking for. Alright? Alright, I got my little bit of salt and pepper right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start laying these down. And I don't need to spray this because this pan is like self-sprayed. It's going to come up by itself. So you don't have to lay them like I'm laying them perfectly, but you can do them whichever way you want to do them. Alright? Just like that. And I'm doing it in this container because it was kind of the only container I have right now. I was going to do it into another container, but I decided it's going to be too small. And with the amount of potato I have, I want to make sure, you know, salt and pepper. It's needed. Just like that. Trying to make, you know, do it a little bit quicker so we don't have so much footage. Alright, so squash. Trying to keep this in the middle of it. Doesn't matter if your squash is a bit curled up, because after you press it down and you put everything in there, it's going to come down where you want it to be. Try to put it in the middle, so if we decide to cut it, you guys kind of get like, you know, 2 different kind of color looking, you know, inside of it. That's kind of the play on it to make sure you get 2 different color, like a little bit of that, little bit of that. Alright, you guys see the laying procedure. So I'm just going to finish lay the rest of this, and then we're going to come back, add the cream, pop it in the oven, 45 minutes. You guys can do 400, I'm going to do 375, but you know, I think 400 is good. Just like that, push it down. I put this in the middle because I'm going to be able to put the potato, start cutting this before, to get it kind of back down where I want it to be. Alright, so I'm going to finish this off camera. When we come back, we're going to get into pouring the cream on it and pop it in the oven and make sure we have enough liquid to whatever in here, okay? Consistency, that's it. runny and nice. So you're looking for. Put a little bit more salt on the top. And we're going to pour this on it. Massage it in so it goes down in between the layers, okay? Look like we have too much liquid, but not too much liquid. It's perfect amount. Just like that. Massage it so it goes down in there. You want to make sure it's covered with the liquid so it's cooked properly with the liquid. To get a glove on, you have to massage it in between layers. Make sure it happens properly because you want that to happen, you know. You don't want it to like not get where it's supposed to go. So get a glove. This kind of, you know. So you can feel it going in. Just like that. That's good right there. That's what you're looking for. Alright, when we come back, we're going to get into going over the oven and drop it in there and set it up. Keep it going. So yes, as we talked about 375, door open. It's right here. Pop it in. Yeah, definitely hot. Have the little bit of sheet pan underneath there just in case anything, you know, boil over, which is not supposed to boil over because the steady cream is supposed to stay steady. And we're gonna give it 45 minutes. Let's do 40 first at 375 and see what's going on. DM for recipe if you guys need a recipe for this, okay? Alright. Let's put timer on. 40 minutes. Start. And let's wait for showtime. We'll be back to let you guys know what's going on, okay? Alright. So yeah, so I already have a golden brown crust on top, but I like my top to be very cheesy, so I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese on top. And the reason why that golden crust is on it because the roux and the cheese that we mix together. So it's ready right now, so I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes in there. So let's let this cheese melt on top and go down inside of it, yeah? Oh, look at that, man. So nice. And then we're gonna have to cool it down for an hour so we can cut it. Because you cannot cut it when it's hot, because it's still, you know, very shaky when it's hot. So I'm gonna pop it back in the oven for 5 minutes, 2 minutes on boil just to get the color and the cheese, and then we're gonna let it cool for an hour, then it's a wrap. Alright, look at that, huh? Little double cheese on it. Well, nice crusted, isn't it? Nice. Look very nice and lovely. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece so we can see, you know, like inside the differences. But you gotta cool it down. If you cut it hot, it's gonna fall apart. You gotta cool down and cut it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna cut a piece and see. You know what I'm saying? What is going on? What is capable of? All right. So we need to get this out of the container. With a knife from on the side. I think I need a spatula, so to get a spatula. All right. A serrated knife, it's better use a serrated knife to cut it. You know? Try not to cut your container while you're cutting it. Yeah? You serrate it nice. Look at that right there. See the difference right there and there? Yeah, that's what you're looking for. You know, nice and soft and lovely. Yeah. You know, you can't really see in the pan right here. But bottom is perfect, not burned. All of that. So yeah, a little bit of garnish, you know. Just a piece of orange on top of it for garnish. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? We're coming up with some more ideas. We're gonna have a reasoning one of these days where, you know, I'm gonna talk a little bit and let you guys know what's going on. Blessed. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, tell a friend to tell a friend. Guidance protection. One love. That's the end of the video. Don't forget, like, share, hit the notification bell. Tell a friend. Peace.